Hello, this is Sarah from the Mount Airy branch of the Carroll County Public Library. Thanks for joining me today for Digital Collections Bootcamp. Today we are going to focus on our Brainfuse database, Brainfuse VetNow. To locate Brainfuse VetNow from the Carroll County Public Library's website, we're going to start on our homepage. So that's library.carr.org, and then hover over Collections, and then under Collections, we're going to click the second option for Online Research Databases. Once we open that link, we're presented with a list that's categorized by the types of databases that we have available from CCPL. As you'll see, there's quite an extensive list. We are going down to the Jobs, Careers, and Test Preparation category. So here we are. And the second link under that category is Brainfuse VetNow. So we'll go ahead and click there. Then we'll be prompted to enter our library card information. So what you're going to want to do is enter your library card barcode number, all the numbers on the back of your card with no spaces, and then the PIN number. So that's going to be, the PIN you use to access your account. For instance, if you use it to manage your account online, if you use the self-checks, or if you use the public computers, that would be the same PIN number you use for all those different tasks. So I'm going to go ahead and log in with my library card, and then we'll pick up from the main page of VetNow. In the Expert Help area of VetNow, you have access to two live options, Live Veteran Navigator as well as Live Job Coaching. In addition, there is also a Resume Lab. So here we are on the main page for VetNow. This is the home page. The really cool thing about how this is laid out is that the menus options here along the top, Expert Help, Support Tools, Tools for Learners, and Job Tools, are also mirrored with the layout from top to bottom on this homepage. So you can use either these menus with the drop downs, or you can use icons or links on these different levels of the homepage. So right here, this first line would be the Expert Help, which we're going to focus on in just one second. The Tools for Veterans, Tools for Learners, and Job Tools. So we're going to be accessing everything from the menu here at the top, just because sometimes it's a little easier just to go along the top menu bar. But just keep in mind, you can access it as well from this main homepage. It's laid out rather nicely. So Live Help is available under the Live Veteran Navigator and the Live Job Coaching. The only catch is sometimes there are specific hours during which the Live Help is available, and sometimes it's not available. So, for instance, if I want to get help with a live person to help me answer questions I might have about eligibility for VA benefits or any other resources, I can click Connect right here. Unfortunately, you'll see, sorry, navigators are available from Monday through Friday, 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. So, unfortunately, I can't work with a live navigator right now. However, they will answer questions. So if we use the send question page, which we'll be talking about, the send question page, you will get a response within 1 day. So, 1 business day. So, otherwise, a prompt would open that would enable you to have a chat with a live person who could help you answer questions. Live job coaching is sort of the same thing. Right now, it looks like actually I could do some live job coaching. So I would click Connect, and I could ask for help specific to transferring and the transition, how to change your resume from military to civilian careers, all that kind of information. So you can get some live job coaching help there. And then Resume Lab, you can send a copy of your resume, and you can have somebody give you feedback on your resume, and they'll specifically help you take into account any thing you might have done when you were in active duty, anything you might want to add to your resume. They can help you out, and you can attach your resume and then add any notes you would like, and they'll coordinate with you that way. So I'm going to go home right now. So those are just some of the expert help that you can get from VetNow right from the start. So those are some really cool benefits. Under VA support tools, you can ask a question and you will receive an answer within, I believe it's 24 hours, as well as there's also a host of veteran resources you can access. Let's take a look. So continuing on with our tour of VetNow here, we're going to scroll down and we'll be talking about the tools for veterans. So there is the ability to send a question. So just a minute ago, we were talking about the Live Veteran Navigator. And, because we weren't able to access a staff member right at that time, and so we could send a question. So this is how you would do that. You could select send a question here, or we're going to use this bar up at the top, send question. And we will be able to add our question here. And then if you have a document or something that you would like to send to the person to help put the question that you have in context, you can do that. And then you'll check your message center, which you'll have an indicator up here, or you can access your message center right here, and you'll receive a response within 1 business day. So that's a pretty cool way to get some customized help. Also under VA support tools, we have veteran resources, so you can get local resources or nationwide resources. So I'm just going to click nationwide resources right now. And then here's a whole host of veterans related resources and services you can take advantage of. There's the GI Bill, Vet Success on Campus, Troops to Teachers, Federal Student Aid for Military Families, so it's vets and their families, some different programs and opportunities and benefits that you have as being a veteran. So this is a really cool list of information. So if you're wondering where to get started, this list of resources is a good place to go. VetNow also includes a whole host of tools for learners, no matter where you are in your learning process, whether you're going back to school or doing some training to find a new job or career. There is tutoring available, as well as a writing lab, Skill Surfer, which if you've watched our introduction to Brainfuse Help Now, is a really cool resource that allows you to find information and learn about a lot of different skills that could help you in different jobs. There's Language Lab and Flashbulb. So let's take a look. So our next section is a big one. It's the tools for learners that we have available here under VetNow. So there's a link to live tutoring. So I click live tutoring here. I can get live help. You can select the topic that you need help with. So you'll see there's computers and technology, job search, a variety of topics. And then you can select a specific subject under that topic, as well as if you click preferences here, this is really cool. You can get that live tutoring in Spanish, and you can get tutoring with audio. Otherwise, it's going to default to just a chat screen. But if you do audio, then you'll be able to talk to someone. So I would pick my topic. So let's say I want to do computers and technology, and my subject is I want some help in Excel. And then I would click Get Live Help, and it could get started. So that's one tool for learners that's really helpful. And this is useful for veterans and their families. If you have anyone in your family learning, this is a great resource. Also, there's the Writing Lab. So this is similar to the Resume Lab that we showed you earlier. You can attach your writing document, add some comments to kind of put that document into context, upload it, and then you'll receive a response from a member of the VetNow staff, and they will let you know. So that's a really cool offer as well. Skill Surfer is a really neat learning library that's available through VetNow. If you've looked at Help Now or Job Now, you'll see it's also available through those databases as well. But there's some great great information here that you can take practice quizzes, you can look at videos, you can look at lessons. There's all kinds of stuff. So, here's some information if you want to practice some high school skills. If you're interested in taking the GED, there's that information as well. College entrance test prep. So if you're deciding you're going to go to college now, there's all kinds of practice tests, different resources for that. Here's unemployment benefits assistance, adult learner resources, computers and technology. So there's just a whole host of information. And what you would do is you would just pick, so if I say entrance test prep and then I click ACT reading, it'll take me to some different practice tests I can take for ACT, and I could get started improving those skills. So I'm just going to go back to Skill Surfer right now. So that's Skill Surfer. So there's definitely something to check out. There is, as you see, job resources as well. So there's all kinds of information about different careers. So if you're back and you're trying to figure out what you might want to go to school for, this would be some great places to get ideas and some resources. So as well as under Tools for Learners, we talked about Send a Question. So that's that same thing. And Language Lab, if I click here, you can get help with a world language class. Right now, it looks like Spanish is the only option available. And the tutoring schedule, if I click there, it's going to make me pick Spanish. It'll tell me when that tutoring is available. So I can get tutored in Spanish every day from 2 to 11 p.m. So that's another great thing. And under here, Vocabulary Builder, you can make your own quizzes and flashcards or access pre-existing ones when you're working on your language skills. So it looks like Spanish is the only one right now. And then Flashbulb is a really neat tool. This is great for anyone who wants to practice or keep their skills up, or anyone who's learning or studying. You can make flashcards. You can make your own flashcards, or you can access pre-existing flashcards for a whole host of topics. So if I click Geography, and then I'm just going to try, I think there was one in here that's capitals or something like that. I don't know. If I don't see it quickly, I might have to pick something else. I had seen it really quickly the last time. So here's spelling test capitals. I'll go ahead and click here. So what you can do is you can use existing flashcards to study this information. So if I click Delaware, Dover, and I guess this is also pairing up the capitals and the states as well. You can also do a matching. So you can do a matching game to practice. Let's see, I'm going to do Annapolis in Maryland. Phew, got that one right. That's good, since I live in Maryland and CCPL is in Maryland. So that's another way that you can practice and learn. So it's really cool that using this basic sets of information, you'll hit quiz here, and you can take a multiple choice quiz to practice your skills. So Flashbulb is really neat. If you want, you can share your Flashbulb with others. You don't have to. But there's, like I said, there's a whole bunch of different ones that other people have made that you can access. For instance, if I click business, there's one, key concepts used by public relations specialists. That sounds pretty cool. So I'll go ahead and click that. And then this way I can practice through my flashcards, or I could do any of the other fun ways to practice this information. It'll keep a timer too if you're interested in timing yourself. But that's Flashbulb. So that's a really neat way to learn. And Flashbulb is also available in the other Brainfuse databases as well. So if you like this, definitely show it to anybody else who's learning. It's available there as well. I'm going to click home. And again, this is great for both, veterans and their families for learning opportunities. So that's Finally, one of the hardest things to do, especially if you come back from a longer enlistment or you're coming back into the civilian workforce, is to get the right information about tools to help you find a job. And luckily, VetNow has a whole section dedicated to job tools. There's live resume and interview coaching. You can get information about and help with filling out unemployment assistance. eParachute is a really cool tool that's available on VetNow that'll kind of help you figure out what kind of things you like to do, might help you lead down a new career path. We'll take a look at that. There's also resources for jobs and interviewing, as well as access to Optimal Resume, which is a really cool tool where you can store different versions of resumes and cover letters and have everything at your fingertips. So now we're going to focus on the job tools portion of VetNow, which has some really great information for veterans. There's live resume and interview coaching. So that's going to behave a lot like the other live resources that we've looked at in here. So that's, I could click on that live interview coaching, and this is going to connect me to somebody, and I could, get through, and they'll start a chat, and you can talk and get your tutoring information. So that is great. They're going to want to know what I thought about that. So I'm actually just going to click back so that we can just kind of keep going in this. But that's great. They always want to get feedback to improve that coaching. So there's live resume coaching and interview coaching. If I click unemployment assistance here, I can connect to somebody live to ask questions about unemployment benefits, or online resources. If I click there, it'll actually take me to the Skill Surfer section that talks about unemployment benefits assistance. So those are some great places right there to go. eParachute is a tool that's provided by Brainfuse. It's actually a pretty cool tool. It can help you if you're trying to find a career. Maybe you're thinking about job changes. If you click eParachute, it's going to prompt you with a bunch of different questions, like what kind of things interest you. You'll see people here. What kind of people do you like to work with? Fields. It'll prompt you to specify what kind of subjects you're interested in. And basically, you'll go through and answer these different prompts, and it might give you some ideas of careers that might interest you. You might fill out some prompts that'll say, oh, you would be a great librarian. And then you might, come and work at CCPL with me. But so eParachute is a really neat tool, and it's something that, you can use, but I would also encourage you to, show anyone else in your family. It's really, really helpful. And again, we're going to go back home so we can see the same job tools menu. It's nice. It recreates along the top of all these different tools that they have under job resources. So this is the resources for job seekers, which, we've already seen. And then resume templates and resources. So I'm going to click there. This is a whole host of information. There's a specific one here about military resume templates that you might want to take a look at, and a military skills translator. So this helps you take the skills that you've learned in the military and how you can transform those and present them on a professional resume and show that, how ready you are for some awesome jobs and professions. So I would definitely take a look at all the military related resources in this area. And here's actually specifically military resume and interview tips. So clicking on these resources can really help you get a jump on re-entering the civilian workforce. So that's a great place to go. Optimal Resume, which is also included here under the job tools. Like I said, it's another offering that you have to have a separate login to log into, and I have done that before, but basically it gives you the opportunity to create different resumes and store them and then access them later. So you would click on there. Interview tips. If I click interview tips, here are some great tips about interviewing, things to keep in mind, common questions, how to, frame answers, kind of help you get prepared for what kinds of questions you might be asked and what kinds of skills people might be looking for, things you can ask the interviewer. So that's, great job resource. And then as well, if I go just to interview resources, there's another list of different interview related resources. There's tips, there's how to dress, So this job tools area of VetNow is just a great resource. So I'm going to go home, and we've covered a lot in a relatively short amount of time, but I would definitely check it out and see which area of VetNow most closely would help you in figuring out the benefits and the different supports that you would like to take advantage of as a veteran. And I thank you for your service. Thanks again for joining me, and I hope you enjoyed learning a little bit more about our Brainfuse VetNow database. And if you enjoyed VetNow, don't forget we've got 2 other Brainfuse databases available, Help Now and Job Now. Help Now is great for learning, so kids in school, maybe if you're thinking about college, Help Now is a great place to look, and Job Now can help you get ready for interviews and prepare for the career of your choice. Thanks again.